What does being well mean to you? I think it's important to ask ourselves this question. Is being well feeling physically healthy, free from sickness, full of good energy, and eating nutritious food? Is it feeling happy, spending time with loved ones, or doing activities that bring us joy? Is it feeling calm and relaxed? When was the last time you felt deeply well in all these ways? I hope you feel that way right now, but if not, it wouldn't be unusual. A lot of people today are used to feeling busy, tired, and stressed most of the time. Unfortunately, that's become pretty common. In our modern world, we're seeing more and more people struggling, physically, mentally, and emotionally. It's not just adults either. Young people are feeling it too. But it doesn't have to be this way. We can make things better, and a lot of it comes down to simple practices backed by science that people have been using around the world for thousands of years. My name is Mallory Powers, and I'm a teacher. I've worked with elementary, middle, and high school students over the years. I love the energy that young people bring. There's so much joy and curiosity. And I've always believed that education is the key to a better life and a better world. But during my last few years of teaching, I started noticing some changes. It wasn't that the school's mission or curriculum had shifted, and yet my students were struggling more to focus in class, were feeling more tired, and were showing higher levels of stress. I was feeling it too, and so were my colleagues. There was this slow, creeping exhaustion that we couldn't quite shake. And then COVID hit, which of course made everything even harder. For me, COVID was a turning point. When I got sick, I just couldn't bounce back. My energy was so low for so long that I eventually had to leave my job, give up my apartment, and move back in with my parents so they could take care of me. My mental health was suffering too. I was diagnosed with long COVID chronic fatigue, but the doctors didn't really know how to treat it. Since they couldn't help me, I began searching for ways to heal myself. I started with an outward search, reading books, searching the internet, talking to alternative doctors and healers, and getting advice from others who had recovered from chronic illness. As I tried out different wellness practices, I found that many of the ones that were helping me feel better were also guiding me inward, back to the deepest parts of myself. I began adding more mindfulness practices into my daily routine. They weren't quick fixes or miracle cures, but they transformed my idea of what it means to be truly well. And over time, they transformed my mental and physical health too. Once I understood these ingredients for wellness and incorporated them into my daily life, I not only recovered from my illness, I also became a stronger, happier, and more deeply well version of myself than I had been before getting sick. Seeing firsthand the incredible impact these simple practices had on my health and happiness, I couldn't help but think about how much my students and colleagues could benefit if we brought some of these practices into the school day. The tricky part with these practices is that they need to become part of a regular routine to be effective, and that's so much easier when you have a community around you. Schools, by nature, already have routine and community built in, so it seemed like the perfect place to share these benefits. My hope is that the practices in this course are short and simple enough to be easily integrated into the school week, and that both students and teachers will experience more wellness and joy as they journey deeper inside themselves.